where you really were firing on all cylinders. Just talk about kind of getting back to this point for you and just what it feel like to be out there today.
Yeah. I think just like we had a great week of practice after the loss of South Carolina, so I think in my head it was just like, okay, come out here, like just remember like last season, come out there, play hard, and I think kind of just showed a little bit. Yeah.
Coach talked about just what a teaching opportunity and learning opportunity last week was, and the renewed focus. He said you guys watched a lot of that film. As a player, like that can be a blessing and a curse. What was that like?
Yeah, it's a learning opportunity, but it's definitely frustrating just knowing how good we are, how good we can be. But yeah, I mean, it was it's a game that we were gonna watch, but remember that if we continue to play hard and play our game and be confident and do what we do best, then we can really run with anybody in the country. And so it's a great lesson for us, and I think that in the long run it'll be a big blessing.
Yeah, and I think speaking on that as well, like obviously South Carolina's like top tier program, and like they exposed a lot of things that we need to work on. But I think watching the film kind of showed us that a lot of the mistakes we made, like it was our own fault. We shot ourselves in the foot. So I think coming out after watching like that video, coming out in practice and coming out in this game was just a bounce back game. Yeah.
Coach has been, you guys too, as players, been very open about your goals this season, to be a top 16 team, to host games.
Yeah.
How does that kind of motivation get you through a difficult loss?
I think we think about it like obviously we had 3 top 25 games scheduled, and obviously like South Carolina is like the pinnacle of basketball. For us to have, I guess, I'm big in like school and stuff like that, like 66% in this test that we had scheduled for ourselves. I think that shows us that we can really compete with anybody. And obviously like the first quarter with South Carolina, we were matching up and playing well, and we sort of just like went on the defense. So yeah, I think we know that what we can do. Yeah.
Was it difficult having like that week break? Because normally you have 2 or 3 days and then you're playing a game again. So was it difficult having that week break between games?
I mean, we always love playing and competing, coming out in the shoal and being with our fans. It's always a blessing, and it's why we play. But no, I think it was good for us, truly to kind of reset, to come back, to come together, to figure out what we need to work on. And then we had 3 amazing practices where we just really locked in on defense, and just had a different energy, every day. And so I think it was awesome. I think it served us really well.
Yeah. And yeah, just adding to that, I think it allowed us to just kind of tighten up again as a collective. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the defensive effort tonight was really something else. Both of you guys obviously are a huge part of that. Is that communication? Coach, you kind of went back to the drawing board. Was there anything specific that stood out to you and what you adjusted ahead of today?
I mean, it's just energy, right? Energy, effort. I mean, we are so athletic. We're so long. We have so many incredible athletes on our team, and just so many good players. And so when we're playing with energy and effort and together, right, working on communication as well, it's a thing we'll grow on for the rest of the season. But when we're playing all together, everyone's just locked in, just hungry to get stops and the ball back. There's really teams really struggle a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You guys are obviously so experienced. Can you feel that amongst the team when you're in preparation for these type of games?
Yeah, I would say yes. I feel like there's a lot of voices who are putting in a lot of like important input, and everyone's just like able to listen. And I think we're such a mature group that like no one's taking anything like personally. It's like, okay, I know you can do this, so I want to see you do this better. Yeah.
Right. We have so many girls that have been like, in the Sweet 16, Final Four. Agnes has a national championship ring, so everyone has a lot of experience. Been in really tight games, been in those kind of like war situations, right? And so for us to bring all of those experiences together and then fight through them together as this new group is, it's fun. It's pretty cool.
You had all these giant milestones on your schedule, the 3 ranked opponents, but you're a game away from getting to start conference play. How much do you look forward to getting into league and setting that next goal of winning a league championship?
Yeah, we got one more, right? We never think too far ahead, but the Big 12 is a great conference, right? There's a lot of amazing teams. I'm personally excited to match up in the Big 12 and play, just because obviously I missed all of it last year, and so I'm really excited to play a lot of my games in my home state. And my freshman year I left the Big 12 and I was kind of heartbroken, and so now to be back and to be like playing these rivalry games like Baylor and Iowa State, Kansas State, I'm pumped personally. But it's great conference. Every game we're gonna have to come out and play unbelievably hard, play together. and it's going to be a long fight. But I have faith 100% in our team, what we can do.
Yeah, definitely. And I think like these are the kind of games that you need leading up into like NCAA tournament play and things like that. And obviously we want to put ourselves in the best position to host teams. So getting to match up against those teams, yeah, I'm excited.
And then Coach was talking about you guys definitely taking accountability on the court to get your result tonight and your response. But he also said the off the court things that you guys did were really important in responding after that too. What were some of those that maybe you guys did as a team to get this response?
Yeah, I think like when you come off a loss like that, it's very easy to like turn around and point fingers and like shift blame to other people. But I think everybody sort of like put their hands up and they were like, okay, I could have done A, B, C better. And I think we just bounced back in terms of like, okay, I'm not gonna like complain. I'm not gonna be annoyed that the coach is coming at me. I'm gonna just take it on the chin and respond.
Yeah, I think there's just a positivity too, like feeding off that, like everyone took such so much accountability, right? Like I did this, but it was we came together as a team, lifting each other up, saying like, hey, it's okay, right? We forgive you. It's we know who you are, and we're gonna move on. We're gonna be better, and we expect better out of everyone. But yeah, I mean, we came together so much, I think, this week, just bonded and really had each other's backs and lift each other up.
Well, in a game like this, everybody gets in. You have a lot of people scoring, people who may not necessarily play a lot. What was it like for you guys to do your jobs and be able to watch them have their success?
It's awesome because obviously in practice they work so hard, and it's like for them to have the opportunity and to produce in like environments like this, it's just there's no greater feeling. Yeah, especially Deja's.
Yeah, that was the coast floater.
So hyped, yes, that was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, play the game.
Yes,
that was
play
awesome.
Of the game. That was incredible.
Yeah. Piggyback off that, like these. I mean, it's such a special group that we have. Like genuinely, right? Like like a lot of people say like family. When they talk about their program, but I mean this program is genuinely one of a kind, very special, and so. To cheer on other teammates because they cheer us on as loud as they can when we're playing, and so it's special, and you never know who we're going to need down the season or down the stretch, and so yeah, it was a special game today. Yeah.
Well, and you talk about this being kind of maybe a one-of-a-kind culture. What do you think builds that, creates that, especially in this transfer era where you have so many different pieces coming in?
I would say it definitely starts from the top. Coach Mark is really big on like obviously he wants to recruit great players, but he also wants to recruit great people. So I think like no egos. Everybody is kind of here for like the one goal of like we want to make this program into something that like you look through history and be like, okay, TCU was one of those top basketball programs.
Yeah, like he's so what Mark is best at is like building the puzzle, right? Building the team is every piece is a good human being first, but great basketball players play well together, good humans, good people. Like we want to learn and grow and be the best versions of ourselves, and so he's amazing at that. He's done it everywhere he's been, and he's produced success and winning, and so Aggie's right.
Did you guys feel a little extra pressure with his parents in town today? Is that kind of upped the intensity a little bit?
Oh, we didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't know.
Yeah, he said they're coming in from Washington. Yeah, they've only been off the farm for like 3 days. I don't know if he told y'all. Yeah. I mean, they're awesome and we love them, but I'm excited. They're going to stay for a while too, so it'll be fun.
He said maybe the whole season, so
Yeah.
you really got to show out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Agnes, let me see if I asked this question right.
Yes.
I want to ask, what drives you to play the way you do? Just kind of that extra effort, doing the dirty work, the hustle type plays. What drives you to play that way?
I don't know if like anything in particular. I would just say like I want to be like if I'm not knocking down shots or like doing like on the offensive end producing, I think for me I just want to be that person that my teammates can look on and be like, okay, like scoring isn't the only thing that matters in a basketball game. Like I could dive on the floor, I can get extra possessions. So I think for me it's just wanting to like inspire others to be like, okay, like work ethic really does matter in sports environments.
Is she inspirational, Sedona?
Oh yeah. I mean, Aggie's one of our team captains. She's obviously so hardworking, but she's such a good spirit. Like Aggie's always just like she's the best teammate. Truly, I'm so blessed with Aggie. She's been an amazing friend to me these past 2 years, and so on the court, it's it's amazing when like it's so cool when like I'm blocking out and on like underneath the basket, and then all of a sudden she just flies out of nowhere and grabs the rebound. It's just so exciting. It's so fun to play with a player like that. That's just a dog and will just go get the ball. And then off the court too, obviously, we love Agnes so much.
You guys were playing as a part of the Maggie Dixon Classic today, and obviously it's Coach Dixon's sister, and it means a lot to him and to TCU. Any personal kind of reflections on playing in a game like this and having opportunity to showcase one of the rising young coaches that was lost too soon?
Yeah, I mean, it's always a blessing that we get to play the game that represents so much, represents so much more than just the game of basketball. And so obviously, Coach Dixon is an amazing, a part of this community. And so being able to go out and play for him, but for Maggie is such a blessing, and we don't take it for granted. And just constantly bringing awareness to things like that, and just uplifting the game and the people around it is what we love to do.
Yeah, and I guess just to back off of that, our team, like obviously we're our own family, but I think TCU basketball as a family as a whole. So like seeing him up in the crowd and being able to honor his sister was awesome.
Anything else for these two? Okay, we'll see you in 48 hours.
Awesome.